no matter how much giveaway you do, it's never enough. Sometimes you divide that 100,000 to 5k, it's still not enough. There are still plenty of people that want that money. But I think that to some extent, some Nigerians feel entitled to your money.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of your favorite podcast, The Heat, brought to you by Paul Sports. As usual, I have some of my favorite people here with me today. We don't have David, but still we have my bestie here.
Oh, hi.
Everyone's favorite Man United Old Trafford Queen. How you doing? You look nice as always.
Fine, thank you.
We have you're no longer a guest here, so
at this point,
and I'm not the bestie.
We have one of my besties. We have Izu here as well. I like your shirt. Do you have anything to tell us about it?
No, it's just beautiful shirts. It's online. You can order it online.
Okay. So welcome.
Thank you.
Happy to have you here again. And then we have our most famous, most requested.
Please don't do this again. Hi, fine. How you doing?
We're doing okay today. So let's we want to get into it. Our discussion for today is, first of all, it's the off season, so a lot of
holidays.
A lot of our players are on holidays. Those who are not at the Club World Cup, we have some of the Super Eagles players are here. We've been seeing videos of, the likes of Osimhen and things like that. Now, that whether it's off-season or not off-season, there's something that Nigerians love to do. Not all, but Nigerians love to beg. Nigerians love to beg on social media. If you think I'm joking now.
Times are hard.
You're all celebrities here. If you think I'm joking, especially
you think I'm joking, by shock.
Go on your social media, any of your social media pages, and just ask people to paste the account number, and you'll see what will happen in real time.
Okay.
So recently, one of our footballers who has had an amazing season for Genk, Tolu Arokodare.
Okay.
He was the most recent victim of
begging.
We've seen Assisat complain. We've seen, so this is something that seems like a trend. But he was the most recent one, and apparently people flooded him with requests, so much so that he had to cry for help. You guys, I'm not an ATM. So I think that has brought us to this point where it's like, okay, do we feel like, and I want us to be honest, with this topic. Do we feel like Nigerians are going overboard, with this thing?
What thing? Begging?
I guess we should call it what it is, right? So
are Nigerians
going overboard with this begging of a thing, right? Because we know, this is mostly sports podcast, but we know that this extends beyond sports. Nigerians are begging everybody pretty much. So are they going overboard, or is it a case of black tax where, as a black man, if you make it, you have a responsibility to your hood, you have a responsibility to your country, to your people. If you go to, let's say you're one of the lucky ones, let's use Osimhen for example, right? Osimhen is staring down the barrel of millions of dollars, potentially euros, whatever the case may be, with his next deal. So is it a case of, Osimhen has now he's already rich, but he has fallen into way more money? So does that mean that he should be coming online every day and dashing money out, Or are these people, let me not say these people, because we're one country. Are Nigerians becoming entitled? Should somebody give you money just because they have money and they're in a better situation than you are?
No.
Well, they started with Osimhen. Let's continue with Osimhen, Arokodare as well. I think, first and foremost, I don't think anyone is entitled to anybody's money.
Right.
It is not your money, not be your money. I think that is the first port of call, right? Just let yourself know that this is not your money. Do you understand?
Yeah.
It is not. See, even even in our homes, if you look at it, when we want to ask our parents, they are our parents, but at times you don't even go straight.
Yes,
you find a way.
Yes, let me use myself for example.
Use parents as an
was
example,
difficult. I found it difficult to ask my dad directly, even when I was in school. I tend to go through my mom, or those days I would just flash him. When I flash him, he knows because I don't flash it off.
Because there's no money.
Yeah, once I flash him, I switch off my phone. It will pass the message. Do you understand? So you're not entitled to anybody's money. I personally do not feel that anyone is compelled or this is what you should do because you're earning enough. Otsima is going to, let's assume he goes to Saudi Arabia, 45 million a week. So he should come and line up and be giving it to you because he's not earning more. It makes no sense to me. Do you understand? But if someone brings out their mind to say that I want to do this, that is a different ballgame entirely.
Yeah.
So if, for example, if you say paste your account number, obviously. I mean, we are also begging our leaders.
Yeah, we're in poor country.
So we have different kind of begging. Do you understand? So all of us just beg. It's just different. Some people can't
absolutely,
even you that you're not rich, people come to you.
Yeah.
You're not earning so much. They see flood. They feel somehow, but the whole point is that, man, they're entitled to anybody's money. You are not. Yes, the fact that Mane, for example, is doing something in Senegal does not mean everybody will do it. First and foremost, tell yourself that these players are not the public sector. The people you should be holding accountable are the public sector. The government should provide, yes.
So you agree with a player coming out to say, I'm not an ATM, you guys need to
Aroko Dare is a human being. You understand? The fact that he's a footballer playing in Belgium does not mean he has all the
But people are hungry in Nigeria.
But that is not Aroko Dare's fault. Do you understand? I heard a story about Bassi who said that Bassi willingly gives.
Yeah.
That is Bassi. The fact that Bassi gives does not mean I should go and be holding others people. Osimhen, look at Bassi. Now Bassi, they give you too. Come on. No. This is something that should come from within. Right. If this person brings out his mind to say, I want to do this, fine. So, but if you go and be disturbing somebody's peace, because what they are basically doing is disturbing his peace. And perhaps it has gotten to a point where he couldn't bear it anymore. He had to speak out. Do you understand? He had to speak out. I mean, he's a human being, So, yes, he's a footballer, so.
I think, yes, what Izzy is saying is true. But something led to that this conversation, because I heard that according to what somebody wrote, it was like, must you post it? If you don't want to give people, ignore them completely.
Do you agree?
So I don't agree with begging somebody and feeling entitled to their money. You don't work for them. Most of them even have responsibilities that the more you have money, the more you have more bills to pay. Exactly. If you have, most of them are taking care of extended family, almost everybody that they've come across, their friends. They might even be getting debit alerts every day. If they continue giving everybody money like that, they will have if anything happens in the future and they don't have any money, they say this one where we say he play for you. Yes, it's squandered. You go, they carry woman, they do this thing. That's what they will say. But coming out to mock them is where I feel like that's too much.
Did he really mock?
I don't know what happened, honestly.
I mean,
what the statement that somebody said is that if you know you're not going to give to people, just ignore them. No need. I think maybe if you beg, he would reply you with maybe an emoji or laugh and something, you understand? So I think that Nigerians beg a lot. Let's not.
No, it's the reality.
A lot. If you can even post somebody, I don't know. I think I've seen one. I don't know if it was Tunde or not, but I don't know who posted somebody and said thank you for like the giveaway or something. And Nigerians were in that person's DM.
Let me tell you how bad it is. If somebody does a giveaway and you win the giveaway, they will start begging you.
They feel they should share from it. Why would only you take this thing? Like,
Exactly.
I don't
We're all
understand it.
Nigerians, so like we understand that we are aware of what's going on in our country. But I think before I pass
But
it
I
to
don't
you,
think it's bad to do a giveaway.
No, it's not.
Maybe
I
once in
encourage
a
it,
while,
actually.
like even if it's 5K might go
a long
very.
way, yeah.
See, you watch Asha Kine's video and you are moved to tears. You just see how much poverty or how much people are suffering. 5K can change somebody's life. But the thing is that if you give this one, you go and tell 10 people that I see what this guy give me. 10 people. Sometimes like I do giveaways in my own page. Not page, my WhatsApp. You are not in my WhatsApp group.
Okay.
But I'm not the one even doing it personally. So let's say, that's why I don't know why my club is doing this to me. If we win a game, somebody can drop 100,000, another will drop 100,000.
So you just share.
Yes, and say do giveaway. People that are not active on the group
Will not come out.
before, as soon as they all see give, they don't want to even know whether it's a way that is part of it. Okay. Like, I'm like, guys, chill. First of all, you never say anything in this group. You don't keep the group active.
Okay.
Why is it?
No.
Even some of them will even enter my own message like directly private
how
and
far?
say, this is and I tell them that if you once I want to start giving out the money, if you send me a message privately, I'll block you. Sharp. So even after the giveaway, after I've say, okay, these 10 people are the lucky winners.
It causes problems.
Some people don't even care. That's
You
say,
see they
please,
post OP.
my OP is still here. Pick my OP. I'm like, these people are just crazy.
It's
So,
the reality
and no
of the
matter
country,
how
honestly.
much giveaway you do, it's never enough. Sometimes
Yeah,
we divide
actually.
that 100,000 to 5K. It's still not enough. There are still plenty of people that want that money. But I think that to some extent, some Nigerians feel entitled to your money. They think you don't have use for your money, that you're just there. It's good, do give away once in a while. Some people even give money without you knowing.
Yeah,
They have
exactly.
people that they
yes,
are
of
giving
course.
money to. They
Absolutely.
they must not come outside to start
They clear
announcing to
medical
do.
bills, they do
Yes, they
things,
must
yeah.
not come outside to announce that, oh, I'm doing so and so for people.
Yeah.
But the entitlement needs to stop, and enough with the begging.
The begging is too much.
Too
What do you
much.
think about?
Well, I
are you
was-
on the side of the beggars or?
No, I'm not on the side of I'm not on the side of anybody. I'm not on the side of anybody, actually. I would say that it's not mandatory, to give back. But it's just something that is expected, of them as athletes. Like we said in the other podcast that, should they be considered as role models or something? And I feel that's one thing that many athletes, let's say Nigerians.
Sorry to cut you short.
Okay.
Please, I want you to hit the nail. So you made a point that I like.
What point?
You said it is expected of them to give back as athletes. So you're saying that as an athlete, when you
have to.
ascend to the top of it, whatever the case may be,
Yeah.
you're making money now, whatever, you are expected to give back.
Yeah, because you also came from nothing, people with humble beginnings. They just expect that, you should understand where we are coming from.
Okay,
You should understand the struggle.
Yeah.
Like, I'm Nigerian, I'm not from a poor family anyways. But then what I'm saying is, I'm not saying anybody's from a poor family, but I mean humble beginnings, that people who struggled, and you that came from the grassroots, that came from humble beginnings, that how you suffered to get to the top as a Super Eagles player. You don't necessarily have to give me money or send me something to my own pay. You get me? But you could do other little things like, maybe if I'm just like, I know Super Eagles players that have, or Super Eagles players that have a foundation. Asal has a foundation. That's something. You don't necessarily have to give money. But it's just something that fans expect of you. People that have been cheering you on. I'm not saying, they're entitled to your money. Of course, they're not entitled to your money. But like, they just expect it. Like, oh my God, yeah, I love him. I love this person. And I feel Nigerians or Nigerian athletes just have this thing where they want to mock their fans or mock Nigerians. Because I think, I'm going to go back to 2022, when I used to post Naira Marley every time. I'm saying this because, like, what made me do that was because I saw I don't remember what player, but I think it was some Arsenal player or something. This person kept posting this person every day for 100 days. So he wanted a jersey, right? I'm very sure it's not even because it doesn't have money to buy a jersey. It's just something that, it's cute. Somebody's coming from my favorite player, that kind of thing. And it's so cute. And I think he got it. So I tried it for myself. but it didn't work.
With Naira
Yes, when Naira Marley, it didn't work. But I feel Naira Marley is even another kind of person because it's not that type that I always want to be outside. But not Naira Marley. I'm just saying Nigerian players or Nigerian athletes just have this thing where they want to mock their fans or anything. But I get it. You don't want to give me. You don't want to give anybody. You don't necessarily have to come out and be like, oh my God, don't beg me. I'm not an ATM machine. Kiniko. You don't need it. Like people come to my DM many times. Since when I've been using social media, come to my DM and be like, please, can you help me? We see every time on Twitter, under your post, they're like, please, can you help me with food? I'd rather ignore it. I want to give you, but I don't have the money. And if I used to be this company that any small thing you don't ask me, I don't give. But if I keep doing that, of course, you wreck me now. And I get that because, as you said, they also have responsibility. Their family. You might be thinking, oh my God, because he's from, he's the only one. Some people maybe somehow they still have siblings. They have, not even friends. They have siblings. They have people. One brother Emeka from one place, brother Kiniko from brother Sadiq. There is no way they want to give them. They have to settle those people first. And within them, their family, they are already calling brother Sadiq. So they're telling brother Sadiq already that please help me because they feel it's big. It's not even the fans now. Let's forget about the fans. Even within your family, if you are big like this,
and if you're not careful, they will wreck you. And that's the thing about Nigerians. I feel that's the thing about Nigerians. I wouldn't say Nigerians just have this thing where Mosha give me. If you don't give me, no problem. I'll move on. It's not that hard. But we know how hard it is. But you don't necessarily have to come out and mock your fans or anything. Like I said, it's their money, but don't come out to mock your fans. And also because they see that for Tola Rokudare, it was not from any humble beginning. But for those of you that have been there before, that have struggled, you know how it is in Nigeria. You don't necessarily have to come out and joke or make mockery of people. It's so sad. It's kind of, I just feel, it just makes them feel like,
because some of them have even been in that position.
Yes, exactly. I saw a tweet of Timaya where I don't even hate what he did. I don't know why people want to, but Twitter people, of course, they're always, he said, why are you wearing fake or something? And people came at him and they were like, oh, for somebody who has suffered in the past, that's sold, I don't know what Timaya sold, back then.
Plantain.
Yeah, plantain. And
I'm a plantain bun.
And I feel what they said is not that bad. But you see, it triggered some people.
But you know why? Because nobody talks down on a poor person than a former poor person. If you were poor before and you became
I think
rich,
there was one time they started dragging Buju. I don't know if he dragged somebody, that they were dragging Buju one time because that was begging for shawarma. So, and it's true, people that leave poverty now start looking
like
down.
You can look down on people who are currently
the crazy thing is that I don't think there's anybody in this world that has not begged.
Of course.
One way or the other.
You
have begged.
I don't agree with
you have begged
him coming out and saying, oh, I'm not an ATM, you guys free me. Because I feel like
you can just
despite the fact that you may be from a rich background or whatever the case may be, you can empathize with what Nigerians are going through. Nigerians are going through hell. Like typical, even if you just go on a TikTok video, you see people there saying, I need 500 to eat. I'm not eating since morning.
Exactly.
I see someone in your comment section, people are saying, please, even if it's 1K, I haven't eaten all day. So, but you made a very valid point. If you start giving and giving and giving and giving and giving, you will wreck.
Yeah.
So there has to be a balance. I think that, like I said, black people feel like if somebody from my hood makes it, I can make it. The person can help me. The person must help me. If my brother makes it, if somebody from my state makes it, if someone from my university is in Chelsea, that means I can send him a DM and tell him that I need money. It's black tax. We just feel like, now Osimhen is balling. I knew Osimhen sometime in 2013.
Yeah.
So I can send him a DM that I've not eaten or that my wife is... and so I agree with like giveaways. Giveaways are cool. I mean, that's why Boniface has such a huge fan base.
But was it really mockery?
No,
because I see it in a very different.
You think he was frustrated?
I won't say frustrated, but what I would say is, for example, he hasn't come out to mock whoever he has helped in the past. You understand? So it's also possible that he was overwhelmed by what he was getting. Because one thing I've come to understand is that if you're in need, if someone is in need and they come to you, all you just need, it's as if there's a password. You know, when you password your phone, the moment you put your password, the speed with which your phone opens. Yeah, it's as if when I ask you, for example, now, Ifeanyi, please, can you help me with 10K? Maybe that's the first time I'm asking you.
Yeah.
That seems to be like a password.
Yeah.
The next time I will just badge into your Ifeanyi, please, I need 10K. Do you get it?
Right.
So I think Arokodare probably, I don't do it. Maybe my own temperament is different, right? But perhaps he got to the stage where he couldn't take it
anymore.
Yeah. You know, so that's like just a message to other people that even, and I believe what he's saying is, even if you want to, because some people end up not being reasonable with what they demand for. Do you understand? Exactly. So for me, I see it as him saying, please, I'm not a bank. You understand? You don't even know what is take home. You don't know what he has in the bank, you know, and we're overwhelming him with demands and everything, you know. So that's just, he probably gets thousands.
But if you are making, let's even say 1 million, whatever the case may be, let's say 50 million naira a week, right? Can't you say, oh, I'm going to be giving, you know, 1 million?
That's what, no, see, the fact that you said is overwhelmed, of course, there's no celebrity in Nigeria that will probably not be overwhelmed.
Exactly. And that's what
you don't need to come out. Because you coming outside to say that thing, people will even double down. They will reply to that thing you said with another, do you understand, with another account number, telling you that, please, come and help me. So that will not deter people from begging you. Do you understand? You've even brought more beggars. You've seen Nigerians. Let's say you say, oh, in a particular comment section, what's all this? There was one slang that was trending one time, right? Like that. I've forgotten. Then somebody warned the fans that enough of this. I see them on my comment. I don't like it. All this, I think his next 10 videos, that was the only thing people kept saying. So the fact that you said that does not stop Nigerians from coming to beg you from, it even brings them in, because they know that, oh, this thing is disturbing you. So we will continue to torment you till you either budge or block them or anything. So if it's too much, ignore. It's not by force to reply to anybody. You can beg me. You get DMs from several people. You've not responded to them. Do you understand? Don't need to come out and say, oh, I'm not ATM. They know that you are not ATM. They cannot put card inside you to vomit money. Exactly. So just ignore them.
And the economy is really bad, honestly. I understand when
and Nigerians can be, they do aggressive begging.
Very aggressive.
And manipulative. Oh, my daughter has not eaten for 5 days.
Let's forget about online begging. Have you met people outside, like in person? You know, imagine me as super good player. Bami, Alpha, they're holding my shirt, they're holding my trouser.
I think the amount of money that they even give when they come back is crazy. Budget it. Yes, now.
You should. Yes. If you go to stadiums in Nigeria, for example, just be on the watch out. Look out, you know, around the gates, the cars coming in and the cars leaving. In fact, especially when they're about to leave, that is where you will see the level of begging. I think I caught one time at I think it was at Lagos Island. One of these sholas. They don't care that you're giving back. So one of her foundation's programs, they don't care that you're giving back. I think that very day, if I remember vividly, I think she was angry or something because the way they were mopping her, like
it was too much for her.
Like they swamped. So crazy, you know. So now, if you look at it that way, there's something. I tend to always put myself in their shoes, right? We are human beings. There's a level to which you endure something at least once out of millions. You would react. Do you understand? So it's possible that for a very long time she has not reacted, but that very day she just had to. Do you get?
See, look, this is too much for me.
Yeah, it's the same thing with this one. We don't know how many he has ignored and so much. But this particular day, he just had to release that chest. Chest don't fool. chest don't fool. I know he's a big guy.
Yeah.
The chest don't fool. You know.
Well, I just think it's just
so he just had to. So even if it doesn't stop them. The thing is that he wanted them to just know that, please.
We won't give him.
Yeah, like please. I know be ATM, man. Yeah, I know be ATM.
But I think when you hear that and then you put it side by side with Calvin Bassey, who says, I know that because I earned this much, I have to give back to the people. So of course, as Nigerians, you think, Calvin Bassey is saying that he knows that my salary comes, there's a certain percentage that I must give back to the people. And then there's somebody else saying, I'm not an ATM, stop bugging me. You know, it's for some Nigerians, it's like, oh, this guy is stingy, this guy is... And I don't think that, again, I don't think you should buy the love and affection of your fans.
Yeah, right.
There's a certain musician, I won't say his name. Since I've been online, I have never seen this guy do giveaway. One of the most popular musicians, never.
We already know who you're talking.
But he has the largest fan base you can imagine. You know, and of course, I'm sure he does a lot of things behind the scenes. But I mean,
definitely.
I'm not a music person, but
giveaways. I've never seen this person say, do you know what? Put your account number here. Or of course, I'm sure he does orphanages and things like that. But I'm saying that he you know, like you don't need to
buy.
That's the thing.
I can understand that part where it's like, okay, you don't need to buy your fans. You don't need to. So my question is, if you are earning this much money, whether or not you're from humble beginnings, whether your parents were rich or whether they were poor, whether you were selling gala or whether you went to, you know, an Ivy League school, whatever the case may be, if you are earning this much money, knowing where you're coming from, knowing how Nigeria is, knowing the economy and how the people are, I mean, you come home, you know, in the off season, Christmas, whatever the case may be, and you see what people are going through. Should you not be happy to give back? Right? Because I'm not saying that these players are not doing things behind the scenes. I'm sure they're going to hospitals, clearing bills, orphanages. But I'm saying, if people are in your comments with their account numbers, Opay, Pampay, you know, and the likes, I'm not trying to, you know, count anybody's pockets, right? I'm not saying you are earning 100,000. I'm not entitled to your money, but you can see that these people are desperately begging in your comments. Are you saying that it's okay for, you know, one of these well-paid players to now come out and be like, I'm not an ATM, don't ask me for money.
Exactly,
blah, blah,
that's
blah,
what
blah,
I'm saying. I don't think it's okay for you to come out and say that. Some people might feel like it's insensitive, even though
knowing where you're from.
Even though it's overwhelming. That's why I'm just saying you can ignore. Do you understand? Ignore them. They should beg from now till next year. If you're not giving, you're not giving. They will not come and put hand in your pocket to drag your money from you. Never. Some people think what he said is true. Some still believe otherwise. But I think that it was overwhelming, yes. Maybe he has been doing giveaway and he's tired already, yes. But no need to address people. There's no need. Because people might think about it, and maybe something might even happen one day. We'll say, no, this guy when they do giveaway, this guy when they dash money. Do you understand? And it's not like they even know. See, Nigerians, if you want to start giving 5, even if you see 5K or 3K, your entire salary will not be enough.
Because that 5K will never be enough. Someone you give 5K today will come back tomorrow.
Yes, with another account. You can open money point, Opay, Pampay now, just at home. One time they've given you your account and everything.
What if this is a business?
That was
begging.
Yeah, some people use all these Amajiris outside. They use it to.
I'm not saying they're not going through.
What about someone that came to lie online that her sister has kidney issues, only to find out that she almost scammed the whiskey off his money?
Okay.
Almost scammed.
We make it very difficult to know. We make it very difficult to know people who are going through things. But what if my humble beginnings? Me, I don't ask anybody anything. What if my humble beginnings are not disturb anybody?
So let everybody fend for
no,
themselves.
I'm just saying, I'm not saying everybody should fend for themselves, right? My humble beginnings, you know, I'm. You don't know what I go through.
Yeah.
You don't know whether I ask anybody or I don't ask anybody.
Okay,
I'm not saying people don't ask, but you don't know my humble beginnings, right? Yeah. If I not tell you, you don't know. You understand? And then the fact that my friend, if I did, does not mean I should.
I think if you have empathy and you're a giver,
they all
it's
have.
not difficult.
I believe they all have
It's
empathy. It's not just by
Some
giving
people are very
others.
Stingy. Some people are very stingy. No matter what they have, they will, even if it's 100K, then they know that if they give it to people, it's not going to do anything to them. They will rather hold it. And so I'm just saying, if you're a giver,
stingy?
No, I'm not talking about.
I'm just using it as a reference. But is it stingy because this particular person, he used the person to say, "I'm not an ATM"?
No. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm saying that even if the begging is too much, you can do the best. If you budget 50K to give to people, you can give them 50K, and if you like, cry from now until tomorrow. I don't have any extra to give you. Yeah. So if you see the poverty in this country, you will just be moved to want to help one or two people, but you cannot help everybody. You are not Tinubu.
The truth is that like you can't please everyone, especially as a Nigerian. You really can't please everyone, you know. And as Tosin said, people are very crazy. Before you know it, you're opening OP. You open another PAMP. Just one person.
Yes.
Is collecting. And I think that's another reason why people or these athletes don't want to give or just do random giveaways on the internet. That's why I'm still of the opinion that if you want to give, I think if you want to give actual giving, go to the motherless babies' homes. Do that. Give to the orphanages, you know. Give to people that, you know, that are on the sick bay. You know, something is going on with them. Like, fund scholarships, fund foundations, and do good stuff. You don't want to have to come out. Every all these things that people are posting this month, drop your account number here, I send you one money, making everybody to like you because they just want them to like you by force by fire. They will like you for a while. Nigerians will forget. Them, and they say people, what's that in the people say? It is where they eat that they know. They eat there, finish, don't have money again, they will still leave you. But what I'm saying is you just can't please them. And for Tola Arokodare, I just feel it's not necessary. Because, if I were in his shoes, I wouldn't post anything. I don't have that time. If you beg me, people beg every day. People come and say, ask me. I don't even like calling begging, honestly. I like calling asking because I do it to ask people things. And if you can't give me, no problem. I move on, you know. But please, it's not necessary to come out and make people feel like they are. But I also feel like, you know, it's snap. All of us, except we are just trying to act, you know, dumb to it or deaf to it. We all use snap. We know how people just come and say funny stuff to just, you know, look funny and all that stuff. So I really don't think it took it so seriously. But Nigerians, of course, that boy, I already saw comments like, that guy said, everything they play. Someone that scored for you people, So it's crazy. It's not. It's because they didn't give money now. They're saying, what do you even play?
Okay. That makes sense.
That is the one person he didn't please. You can't. She said something. You can't please everyone. So this is the one person that he couldn't please, and people are now want to bring him down. You can't please everybody. Yeah. Now he decided to tell all of us that 50 people I can't please you. I can't please all of you because I will be
billions of people in Nigeria.
So instead of them to agree with him that he can't please all of us, all of them, you know, they are trying to make him, even bank, they run out of cash.
Yeah, exactly. So who are you, a human being?
So that's it.
Yeah. Oh my God. I feel if Nigerians can be really sensitive, it will not be hard. You think about them, you think about, if I were in this athlete's shoe, or if I understand. So you don't need to take some things to heart as an athlete, or you as a fan, don't take some things to heart. It's so simple. So yeah.
Okay. Well, I think most of us are in agreement that Nigerians have a tendency to overdo these things.
Yeah.
But, you know, maybe he shouldn't have posted it in that manner. But of course, a human being.
Right.
You know, frustrated. You see too many comments, too many. Anyway, we've come to the end of another interesting, enlightening episode of The Heat.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel?
We feel good.
Will you be sending money to So people anytime
I wanted to ask Tosi.
Will you be sending money to people in your
if I
comments
have,
anytime
of
soon?
course.
Is your
Please add
DM
up.
open?
Please let
If
me
you're, if
enjoy
you're
from
giving out money in your group, please add me
Let
to
us
your
know
group.
now.
Add us to the group. What
Are
group
you
is that?
suffering with us? My Manchester United group.
I never chopped today. Please add us there.
So this is the end of another amazing episode of The Heat, brought to you by Pulse Sports. You know what to do. Like, follow, subscribe, tell your friends about us, share.
Please.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Thank you.